have Michael O'Regan, 1198 Meridian Street, subject 1710 GIS study. Good afternoon, Mr. O'Regan.
I don't. Back again. So we've had some discussions in the past about the staffing, minimum staffing. And so we had a fire on Hicks Street the other day, and I think it's one of the perfect examples of what a 1710 standard does, even though the city has not kept up with their agreement on boosting up our manpower. There hasn't been any movement towards completing that agreement. The extra manpower we did have did make an appreciable difference in that fire, where we stopped that fire, where normally I would say 2, 3, 4 years ago, it would have been probably a different outcome. Now, we did our own GIS study. Now, the GIS study takes into account the hazards, the population, the square miles, and whether or not the city is safe. And so the city of Fall River had a study, and they spent, I don't know, probably $75,000. The union, we had the study, and it cost us nothing. And the outcome of those studies shows, and I believe that the city study actually was more favorable for the fire department than our union study, saying that we are not safe. There are significant gaps in the city where there's no coverage whatsoever. And I know we talk about New Bedford and how New Bedford's mayor's gutting them and creating some serious public safety issues. We're on the cusp of doing that again. And I know we're talking about budgets and stuff, but like I said, public safety should not be a line item. It should be funded first, not last. And these studies show that. And I'll have we're doing a comparable study on both of those and the differences between them and where we need that work. So that's in the progress now, and you guys are all going to get that the next meeting, I hope. But it shows that we do need to replace those pumps that we lost, and we do need to add a ladder truck. If we're developing the entire waterfront, the numbers was 5,800 people within an eighth of a mile area, and it's already it's a nightmare. We don't have the ability with manpower or trucks to respond to anything like that. And I made the point that about a month ago, we were down to one actual functioning ladder truck in this city. And if Gabriel House had happened during that time period, it would have been far different. We have pumps that break down on a regular. If they would have broken down at a fire like sometimes they do, the outcome of that wouldn't have been 10. It would have been double or triple that. And so here I am again to say that we do need to prioritize this stuff, and we need to get reliable trucks, and we do need to get that manpower so we can fill in those gaps, because there is no tomorrow for some people. For someone that dies at a fire, there is no tomorrow, or they lose all of their belongings. We have to be there when we're called, and all the manpower in the world doesn't matter if we don't have trucks to drive in. We've been underfunded, understaffed, and overwhelmed for a long time. And I think that this latest incident has shown just how bad it could get, and it could have got worse, and it can get worse.
40 seconds left.
I'm good. Any questions?
Actually, I do. Thank you, Mr. O'Regan. Do you know how many spare pieces we have as frontline pieces right now, operating as frontline pieces?
We may be using both of them now. Yeah, we got engine 11 and engine 5, and 26 might be in use. I know engine 5 is at the Globe, and that's got a blown engine, so we're just using that until it fails.
Thank you. Okay. And describe the gaps in coverage. When you say gaps, what do you mean by gaps in coverage?
So if you look at the south end of the city, it's how many pieces of apparatus can be on scene within 5 minutes. And because you have one truck in the Globe, and everybody else is up on Plymouth Avenue, and then the next station after that is either the Flint or the Center. That gap that's there down toward the bottom of Newhall Street, where we do get fires, and we just had a drowning down there. Those areas where those apparatus and that manpower can get there within 5 minutes, it doesn't fall. It doesn't pass. And you got places out in the reservation, you got places in the north end as well.
I'm dealing with a place in Tiverton, so that would be
and we've
similar.
had fires out there before too. Yeah.
All right. And lastly, you had brought up the Route 79 development and the increase in population there. I have had discussions with the mayor's office about a developer-built fire station. I don't know where that sits now, that the state, I guess, announced that they're solely in control of the project. That's another conversation I'm gonna have to have with the mayor. But I don't know if there's entertainment from, or appetite from my fellow councilors, maybe send a letter from the Public Safety Committee to the mayor's office just to keep that, we'll put it in writing and make sure that we entertain it now. Motion for that, Counselor?
I actually have one, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, then we can wait. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll wait to acknowledge you, which I'll do now. I appreciate you, Mr. O'Regan. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Counselor.
So I would like an update on the current status of apparatus. I know one I saw, I think it was online yesterday, the day before, that the new one is all pretty and ready to get shipped here, if that's correct. Is that
Yes,
ladder 9?
I believe it's still a month or two out.
Okay. So what I would like to know is what the status is on current ordering of apparatus and what the game plan is. I know the capital improvement plan was put out, but I would like to get a status update on what that is. So I think I'll make a motion at this point to send a letter to the administration, the fire chief, for an update on apparatus ordering and status, where they're at. And then secondly, any plans on any sort of fire protection when it comes to the development of Route 79 and what that status is as well. I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Go ahead,
No.
second.
I'll second that.
Yeah, with the first
I
and
know
second.
we just had the training division went over there, went to Taunton, because Taunton just built a new public safety complex for the replacement of the Stanley Street Station, which is 100 and however many years old. He did that feasibility study, and the chief may want to see what the feasibility is to do one on 79. It's sorely needed. We can't get down there now. If we have a call, we have to go down anywhere on the Wall Street, especially at certain times of the day. It's impossible. It's a 2-lane road. If you're going to put that many houses, housing, shops, and whatnot, it's a
Yeah.
disaster waiting to happen.
I agree. It's been at the forefront of a lot of my questions that I've had with the administration was the 79 and the fire protection. So
And if I might add, as far as the trucks go, I believe the estimation on ladder trucks right now is 1,600 days. And that's from the time you order it to the time it comes in. The new ladder 4 has been plagued with delay. But even if you ordered every truck, 2 trucks every 2 years, by the time you get to the last truck in the fleet, the trucks at the beginning of the fleet are already starting to age out. So it has to be, we can't buy them in bulk like we did last time because they all age out at the same time. And these trucks that we got are horrible. I mean, I've said it before that we're the kings of low price lending. You know, I mean, we just low bidder everything. And if you buy quality trucks, you pay a quality price, but you get something that works.
Yeah, I think my point is too, is that we want to make sure there's a plan going forward that every year, you know, we're looking 10 years out. We're making sure that we know what trucks are aging out, what we need to order, or not kind of knee-jerking reaction to what we need to get taken care of in the long-term sense. So
Right. In the interim, we do need reliable spare trucks.
Mhm.
We have engine 26 that is, it probably shouldn't be on the road. I just have to address expired inspection stickers with it, and there are a lot of safety concerns, like the seats don't lock. So when you're driving, your seat slides back and forth. Which, if you know, the city had its way, you know, I mean, we would be on donkeys, for God's sakes. They're unsafe vehicles, but we do what we have to do with what we got. But it doesn't mean that something's not going to happen. A firefighter get hurt or killed because of these vehicles. They have standards and NFPA standards for a reason for truck safety. These trucks are not safe. Even some of the new ones. We need reliable spares so those trucks can get into the shops and be fixed. And that means we have to have funding. And that means that it has to be more of a, I would say, a priority put on the fire apparatus as opposed to ambulances, because it seems our shop is filled with ambulances 24/7, and the fire trucks don't even get routine maintenance inspections. I mean, most of these trucks were out of compliance and voided the warranties within the first 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, because we didn't do what we were supposed to do with those vehicles. So now you can't go back and complain about the trucks breaking down because we didn't take care of them properly. So there needs to be a systematic change from the city with the funding in the shops in order to get these vehicles to where they should be. We wouldn't tolerate a police car, you know, with 3 tires and 1 light, but yet we'll tolerate a fire truck with no sirens and ladders that don't work. I'm at a loss for why that's acceptable.
Mr. Chair, if we could as well, can we add to that letter just an update on the turnover gear as well?
Yes, sir.
Because that was also a conversation we had some months ago, and I know there were some processes going on, but I'd like an update on that as
Yeah, I
well.
appreciate you guys' support on that too as well.
Yeah, of course.
Motion made.
Yeah, motion so made and
Second.
seconded by Councilor Canuel. So it's to send the administration a letter as to a current update status on our apparatus, as ordering.
Ordering and current status of what's been ordered and what the plan is going forward, an update on study of Route 79 and how the fire department plays a role in that, as well as an update on the current ordering of turnover gear and where that stands as of right now.
All right, thank you. Did you get that? Good. One other thing, if we could add to that as well, is just I would like to see some type of communication between the administration and the state, showing that there was dialogue opened as far as putting a fire station on this piece of property. It is a very pertinent situation. We can't load that area with more residents and keep the same trucks, especially after what we're hearing today, and have the same response. It doesn't make sense. So if we can add that as well, I'd appreciate it. If it's
So
okay
made.
with you guys.
Second.
Second on that as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mr. O'Regan, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.